for everybody?
Looks simple.
Looks simple. In my
Yes, ma'am.
how was the problem? Were you able to solve?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I want to solve a problem. Once again, a window. Can you see this paint? Can you see the board?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you will try this problem, which has a combination of less than or equal to and greater than or equal to signs. Okay. So is equal to 20x1 plus 10x2 subjected to x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to 40, 3x1 plus x2 greater than or equal to 30. I will just complicate the problem by giving 4x1 plus 3x2 greater than or equal to 40. x1 comma x2 is greater than or equal to 0. This is the problem. What is the first step while we are solving the graphical method? Am I audible, boys? There is a lag. It's rotating.
Finding the variable.
Defining the variable. What is it, Tarun? Let's switch off this camera. Oh, what is it, Tarun?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me? Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Is my voice is audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. In the graphical method, what is the first step?
First step, we define the variable,
Okay. First,
formulate the.
for us now they form for us in this problem they've already formulated and they've given us,
Yes, ma'am.
right?
So what
So
we'll
we
do
need
is
not
we'll.
there is no problem of defining the variable and formulating the problem. Directly we can go into the solution phase,
Graphs.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
In the
Draw the
solution
graph.
phase, if you look here, these equations are not in the order which I said. What is the order it has to follow? What is the order it has to follow? First I said make sure the equation is less than or equal to. Then you have equations of greater than or equal to. So as a first step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that these equations are arranged in that order. Is it clear? So first let me write the normalized process for this. So nz is equal to 20x1 plus 10x2 subjected to. Can you tell me what should come first?
X1 plus 2x2 less than equal
x1
to 40.
plus 2x2 less than or equal to 40. Then 3x1 plus x2 is greater than or equal to 30, then 4x1 plus 3x2 greater than or equal to 40, x1 comma x2 must be greater than or equal to 0. I have written in the standard format condition first. Okay. Now can you convert the inequalities to equalities and can you find the coordinates for the equation 1, equation 2 and equation 3? This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Okay. For the equation what are the coordinates? If x1 is 0, x2 will be 20, 40 comma 20 here. Is it 40 comma 20? Alep, what is the coordinate you got
For which one, ma'am?
for the equation 1?
I got x1 is 0 and x2 is 20 and x2 is
Total
0,
coordinate,
x1 is 40.
coordinates will be 40 comma 20 now, right?
Yes.
For the equation 2 then, Jayant Bansali, can you give me the coordinates for equation 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Coordinates for equation 2?
Ma'am.
Coordinates for equation 2. If we put x1 is 0, x2 will be 30. Then if you put x2 is 0, x1 will be 10. So 10 comma 30 is the second coordinates. Correct, right? Boys, you're following or not? I'm directly writing the coordinates. You want me to solve? Now consider equation 1. In equation 1, put x1 is 0. Then what will be x2? What will be x2 then? Boys,
20.
20.
20.
If x2 is 0, x1 will be
X1 will be 4.
40. So the coordinates are 40, 40 comma 20. Correct, huh?
Yes, sir.
Now for equation 2, if x1 is 0, then x2 will be
X2 equals to 30.
30. If x2 is 0,
X1 equals 10.
x1 will be 10. So the coordinates are 10 comma 30. For equation 3, if x1 is 0, what is x2 will be?
13.3.
15 point?
13.3. 13.3.
13.3, yeah, okay. 13.3. If x2 is 0,
X1 equals 10.
10. So this coordinates will be 10 comma, you can round it up since it is 13.3, I'm going to keep only 13. Okay? Is it clear? You got the coordinates. Is it clear, boys? Shall we proceed to the graphical position?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now next, I clear this part. I will delete it. I will draw y-axis. Then I'm going to draw x-axis. This will be x1. This will be x2. Now what's the scale you're going to fix? What's the scale you're going to fix? I'll fix in the scale of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I think 60 will do enough. Here also 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 50 is sufficient. You don't have place to write, but I want you to write here, okay? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Let me try. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So have you done with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Now shall we mark the coordinates here? So the first coordinate for the first equation is x1 is 40. Okay. x2 is 20. For the second equation, it is 10, 30. So the next equation, it is 10, 13. Okay. So I'll join. First one is 40, 20. So 40, 20 is here. So I'm going to draw like this. Okay. So for the next one will be 10, 30. 10, 30. My next equation will be it is 30 and 10. Did you get like this? Next will be 10, 13. 13 is here. Did you plot these values on the graph?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now the first equation was less than or equal to. That means this is moving towards origin. Correct, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The other two equations is greater than or equal to sign. If you observe your question, both are greater than or equal to sign. So it is moving towards origin. It's coming here. And this equation is moving towards origin, but this is moving towards origin. This is less than or equal to, it's moving towards origin. So our solution space will be here. Are you getting it? The solution space will be here. This is most important. If you have any doubts here, you can question me. See now, this one is less than or equal to, it's moving towards origin. So the first boundary it is formed here. For the second equation, it is greater than or equal to sign. So it is moving away from origin. So it's coming and stopping here. For this equation also, it's moving away from origin. So it's coming from here and it is stopping here. So it's forming a boundary of, this is the solution space it has. This is the solution space it has. Oh, is it clear? Did you try to get how to get the feasible region for the problem when you have combinations of less than or equal to sign and greater than or equal to sign?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? As everybody? Karishma says yes. Tarun? Doubt clear?
Yes.
Jayant?
Yes, ma'am.
Students, it has been clearly told that If you're not using official mail ID, we are not supposed to allow you for the class. But make sure, today I'm allowing, but make sure, Madan Kumar, I think, right? Make sure you use your official mail ID only. Okay? Now, can you try to find out by using the four corner point method? Can you try to find out what will be the optimal solution? If I name this as, I use a different color. Maybe I'll use black only. If I name this as A, this point as A, okay, this point as A, this point as B, this point as C. Can you give me the coordinates for A, B, and C? What is the value of x1, value of x2, and your min z will be 20x1 plus 40x2 or no 10x2, correct, right?
Yes, ma'am. 10x.
I'm clearing all this. This is min z. Now what is the coordinates for A? X1 is 10. What about x2? X2 is
0.
x1 10? Can you,
Yes,
if you have plotted the
x1
graph, can you tell me the value?
x1 10, x2 is 0 for A.
X2 0. What's the answer? 20. 20, right? Is it 20?
200. 200.
200, sorry. What about point B?
It is 40 x1.
Okay, 40 x1.
x2
x2 is
is 0.
0. How much? 800.
800.
Okay. And for point C?
is x1 is 4.
X1 is 4.
x2 is 18.
18. Can you give me what is the answer?
So it's 260.
260. Now, what is your optimal solution?
At point A, you're getting the optimal solution as min
At
z is
point
200.
A. At point A, you're getting the optimal solution, right?
Yes.
So this will be the optimal solution because it is a min z problem. Suppose if you had max z here, then
Point B.
point B will be the solution. Is it clear? If it is max z, then this will be the answer. Okay.
Yes.
Ma'am, I didn't get how min z and how 200 is the minimum value, ma'am.
See, for min z, sorry, 200 should be the minimum value. Once again, why 260, Tarun?
I told 200 only at point
Sorry,
A.
I think
The answer.
by chance or by mistake, I think I've marked this. But actually, 200 is the minimum value. Min z
Yes.
value will be 200
Point A.
at point A. Yeah, we discussed at point A only.
Okay.
Okay. For min z 200, the optimal solution is found at 200 at x1 is equal to 10. For if the problem is max z problem, then the solution would be found at 800 at x1 is equal to 40. Is it clear, Chinmay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Now, have you understood the graphical method? One problem I'll give. I want everybody of you to post the solution for the problem. Okay? I can call anyone and ask. I'm not going to do anything. You're just going to give me the answer. That will be the assignment for today's class.
Yes.
as I will post, you should formulate and write. You want a formulation type or you just want to solve? No response, so I'll only give something. I'm giving a very simple answer. I want everybody to answer this. Max z is equal to 6x1 plus 11x2 subjected to the constraints 2x1 plus x2 less than or equal to 104. Then you have x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to 76. x1 comma x2 should be greater than or equal to 0. Okay, now quickly give me the answer. I want only the final answer. Students, you can note this link. From now on, I will be following this link because the previous link which I am using, I was not able to download the videos. By any chance, are you recording the video parallelly with me? Is there some student who's recording the video parallelly with me? If you have recorded, please give me the access.
Ma'am, is this the assignment or we're supposed to solve it now?
I want the answer. Assignment, I've already given a quiz. This is for the class.
Okay.
Just I want you to give you the quickly give me the final answer.
Okay.
I hope students you have taken down the question so that I can prepare my board for the next class. Please take down the question immediately. Have you copied the question, boys?
Yes, ma'am.
The maximum value is 440, ma'am.
Very good. Very good. At x1 is equal to
44 and 16. X2
superb.
16.
X1 is equal to at
X
x1 is equal to 44 and 16. See, I will
44
ask
and 16
44
equals
and 16.
442, ma'am.
Correct. Very good. Bihan, can you show me your answer? Rakshit? Rakshit? Sautik Roy?
Ma'am, doing, ma'am.
Doing.
Just a minute.
What
Yes,
about
ma'am.
Rakshit? What about Rishi? Rishi,
I'm doing it.
I want you to come online. Show, ping me. I will pin you. Then you can show me your answer, your solution space. You can show me. Is it clear? Finished, boys?
1 minute now. Ma'am, if it is greater than, then it is
If it is max z, you have to look for maximum value. If it is min z, you have to look for minimum value. If it is greater than or equal to, it moves away from the origin.
okay.
If it is less than or equal to, it moves towards the origin.
Okay.
What is done?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody? Rishi, I want your answer.
One
Rakshit,
second.
Ma'am, done, ma'am.
Done. What's the answer?
Ma'am, point D, ma'am, 440.
440. Very good. What about Rishi? Ashitesh?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the answer you got?
At x1 52 comma 104, I mean the equation, the points.
352, 104. At one point you will get 52, 0.
Yeah, and yeah, 1.52 comma 0 and one more 104 comma 0.
104, 0. You have 2x1 and x2, right?
1 minute, ma'am. I'll do it.
440 at 444,16.
Super. Very good. Alep, have you done it? Jayant, Alep,
Yes, ma'am.
Jayant,
Yes, ma'am.
finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Sandeep P. Sandeep P. Sandeep P, if you don't answer,
Yes.
then- yes,
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
finished. What's the answer?
Ma'am, first class, ma'am.
Doing. You have any doubts? You want me to explain one more time? Sandeep, I'm asking you only. Are you following?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You have understood how to get the answer.
No, ma'am. Simple, ma'am.
You do one thing today around 3 o'clock or something. You ping me, and if you're free, I will. If you're free in the afternoon, right? Are you free in the afternoon?
Yes, ma'am.
You just ping me. I will try to explain you briefly how to solve this problem. Is it clear?
Okay, ma'am. I will
You,
contact you.
Satish, Shankar, Gumani, and people who are joined in who have not understood graphical method can ping me around 3 o'clock. I will try to explain you. Is it clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Pranaya,
Yes, ma'am.
have you got the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's not waste much time. If anybody is having a doubts, please raise your hands. If you're not getting the answer, I will try to try to correct you where you have gone wrong. But otherwise, I want to move on. Is there anybody who's not getting 440 and who are making some silly mistakes and are not able to rectify it? Shall I proceed? Boys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll proceed. Now, we have seen the different methods of how to do the decision analysis, right? So one such method was graphical method. Now we're moving down to the next method, which is called as a break-even analysis. This break-even analysis is a process by which, or it is targeting at a point which makes us realize that whether we are whatever profit we are doing is whatever business we are doing is profitable or not, right? So what is a break-even analysis? Break-even analysis is nothing but it's also like a graphical model describing the relationship between cost and revenues. Right? So basically it is a graphical model which tries to brings about a relationship between cost and revenues. It also indicates the production and what are the costs that are incurred with it, right? So first of all, before moving on to the break-even analysis, you should know the production cost is basically classified into fixed cost, variable cost, and total cost. Fixed cost is something like you're fixing it, like the rent of your organization, then the machine cost, the material cost, all certain things are fixed. It does not change, right? So those costs will be coming under the fixed cost. Variable cost, even the employee salaries, material, labor, all these will be coming under the fixed cost only. But in variable cost, some amount of employees will be in on a temporary basis. Now, sometimes during when the production is very high, that time you may need about 10 employees. Sometimes when the production is low, you may need about 5 employees. There is a variation in that cost, right? Depending upon the production cycle, you include them or not, right? So there is a variation in that cost. Such cost will be claimed as the variable cost. Similarly, this is with labor. Similarly, there will be certain things associated when you're trying to manufacture something with respect to Maruti. There is a one particular chain which has been deviated, so such cost will be for sure, that is for fixed. But if you're trying to manufacture with Hyundai, one chain line will be has to be increased in more in the production line. So such cost should be added to the organization, so it will come under the variable cost. So if total cost will be the sum of both the fixed cost plus the variable cost will be your total cost. Boys, am I clear? Did you understand what is fixed cost, what is variable cost, and what is total cost? Fixed is something which is fixed, like rent. Initially, whatever you pay, the rent, the certain policy structures, the insurance, all that you pay will be fixed. Variable, depending upon the circumstances of your business transactions or depending upon your production, the cost that keeps varying according to the cycle is called as a variable cost. Now, total cost will be the sum of fixed cost and the variable cost. Am I clear, boys? Shall I proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, if you take a graph, we saw the production cost, right? In production cost, you have fixed cost, you have variable cost, you have total cost. Okay. Now this for fixed cost, if you take a graph in which you have on one side, if you have the output or your production rate coming here, and here if you have cost per unit, your fixed cost will be represented by a straight line. So this is called as your fixed cost. Is it clear, boys? Boys?
Yes, ma'am.
Now your variable cost, if I take a variable cost, it will be if it is taken against your output and at the cost, your variable cost, initially it will be 0. As the production increases, it is going in linear. Depending with the production, with the cost, it is linear, right? So this indicates your variable cost. Okay. Now, shall I put your fixed cost and variable cost? If I put it together, this will be your fixed cost. This will be your variable cost. Sorry, this will be your variable cost. Okay. Now, your total cost will come from here. The total cost will come from here. Sorry, let me draw this back. This is your fixed cost. This is your variable cost. This will be your total cost. And the point which you get here will be your break-even point. That means this point indicates that your sales and your cost, your production is a point where you make no profit or no loss. That means you whatever contribution you're doing is equal to your product value. Okay? Is it clear? What is this, boys? What does this line indicate?
Fixed cost.
It is fixed cost. What is this cost? What does this line indicate?
Variable cost.
Variable cost. Now I've said the total cost is sum of fixed cost plus variable cost. So it goes above. So you're drawing the line here. So this is your total cost. So your total cost is coming here. So this is the total cost, right? Now, when the when these two lines intersect at a point, right? So at this point, I'm dropping one vertical line, one horizontal line. So this point indicates that whatever unit, if you're putting 50 rupees in producing one unit, so you're actually not making any profit or loss. One cost price is equal to the actual cost of the product. Are you getting it? For example, let's take the cost of manufacturing of some organization unit. If it is 2 lakhs, okay, the entire cost incurred in the production cycle of some manufacturing unit is 2 lakhs. Okay, if it is 2 lakhs, right, and the total cost, if they are telling that contribution will be, if the sales volume will be 4 per unit, okay, so then what will be the break-even point? The break-even point will be 2 lakhs divided by 4. So how much you'll get? What you will get? You should get 50,000, correct, right? 50,000. So you
By
mean to
4?
say by
I didn't
4, yeah, by 4. Because 4, all price, the total price you're getting per unit is rupees 4.
Okay.
Then it is break-even point is 50,000. That means you are trying to tell that if you sell about 50,000 of your products, only then you're not at loss. You're just trying to sell the entire lot you have sold without making profit or loss. Clear, boys? I want some input. First of all, I'm looking at some board. I'm trying to teach. I'm not even looking at your Google Meet classroom, whether you're following, not following. I don't know. There is no response from your side. You tell me whether you're understood or not so that I can proceed forward.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, where that 4 came from? Can you please explain once again?
See, now you're producing about some manufacturing industry. Let me take about you're producing some small cases of your cast iron small components. Okay, so for that the entire cost is 2 lakhs. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
The entire cost is 2 lakhs. And then again, the total cost will include even the sales price also, right? So sales price, he's telling that after the sales price, he's telling that he's got rupees 4 for 1 unit of the product.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Now I want to find out what will be the break-even point where I make sure that whatever I invested is just sufficient enough to produce. I'm not making any loss. I want to know that point, right? So when I divide 2 lakhs by 4, I'm getting 50,000.
Yes, ma'am.
This
But
is the point. This point should indicate that 50,000. That means, which I mean to say that this is the point at which I have not made either profit nor loss. Whatever I have invested, so much has gone out. So much has involved in the production. Now, anything less than 50,000, if it is less than 50,000, whatever if I try to manufacture, if it is less than 50,000, that means I'm going to get a loss. If it is greater than 50,000, that means I'm going to get profit.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
I'm asking that why are we dividing it by 4 and not 5, 6, and 7?
because that the sales revenue, from the sales revenue, they're telling that this is all decision analysis, right? We are trying to study with the past experience. Past experience, we have to make sure at what point when you try to manufacture, we have to improve our manufacturing process, or we need to work on more on profit rate, right? So when we are working on profit rate, we have to know what we should, the organization, whether they make profit or not, but it should not be falling on the loss margin. So we are trying to make out at what point, what investment and what material, what amount of production goes out. At that point, we are safe. We have to know the safety point first.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So from the sales volume, he is telling that they are making a profit of rupees 4 per unit. So 4 per unit means if they produce about 50,000, that means they are neither making profit, or loss. But if it goes less than 50,000 in the production, then it is going to be loss. If it goes more, then they are going to make profit.
Okay, ma'am. I got it, ma'am.
You got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Has everybody got it?
Ma'am, what is 2 lakh here? Is
2
it
lakh is the complete cost before the
investment?
investment made.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So now the same thing, I will clear this all this mess here. So now can you look at this graph? See this graph I have taken here. This point at point B, this is the fixed cost. Okay, is it clear? Can you all see it clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the fixed cost. This line which is in purple, this is the variable cost. Okay, this line indicates the variable cost. Sorry, this line indicates this is variable cost. Sorry, this is the variable cost. This will be the total income, total cost, what they are making from the target one. This is the total income they're getting. Line A indicates the income. Line C indicates the variable cost. Line B indicates the fixed cost. Now, at this point, it is basically they are neither making profit nor loss. That's whatever is the investment is getting converted into the product. Okay. Now, to make sure whether you're making a profit or not, to make sure that you have to make sure whatever value is here, if it is less than this value, that means you're incurring loss. If it goes above that value, that means you're incurring profit. Is it clear?
Ma'am, what is line C?
Line C. Where is line C? Line C is the variable cost.
That is, that's the investment. No. What will it be? Variable cost as in?
Variable cost is in whatever cost is involved. Now you're fixing
As
the
the
cost.
expenses, ma'am.
Fixed cost is fixed here. Okay. Now above whatever cost is incurred will come above the fixed cost. The variable cost will be plus this fixed cost, right?
Ma'am,
For
so
the
all this
manufacturing.
is a part of the investment.
All is part of the investment. This blue line is taken for income.
Income is the return, whatever.
Whatever return, you're including your sales revenue, marketing, all business functions, whatever is involved, all that included, whatever income you're getting, they have shown it in the blue line.
Okay.
Okay. Boys, if you have understood that, shall we start moving with the problem? Now, first, let me clear out. Break-even analysis is basically a graphical model to represent the relationship between cost and the revenue for whatever volumes of production they are producing, right? So, but before we go on to the break-even analysis, you should also know what is fixed cost. You should also know what is variable cost. You should also know what is the total income. Fixed cost is something which is fixed throughout the business. The amount like initial rent money or the land money or the machine money you pay, that will all be fixed, right? So that is fixed cost, termed as fixed cost. Variable cost, depending upon the circumstances, right? Suppose depending upon the production line or depending upon the labor requirement or whatever, the extra additional cost that is going to be incurred according to circumstances, we call it as a variable cost, which basically varies from period to period, right? So that we call it as a, any doubts? That is termed as a variable cost. The total cost is basically the sum of your fixed cost and your variable cost. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I had made a list of the formulas, but unfortunately I didn't press enter there, so it went out. So quickly, can you take down along with me? I don't want to waste one problem. At least I want you to solve in today's class. What is F? F is quickly. What is it? Fixed cost. What is Q? Quantity of output produced. What is S?
Selling cost.
Selling cost. What is V? Not capital V, small v.
Variable cost.
Variable cost. What is S? Sales revenue.
Already written as selling cost.
This will be capital S, sorry. Okay. Sales revenue will be small s, that is the selling price, into the quantity, Q. Okay. Next, capital V, variable value to find out for the entire production will be the variable price. Instead of cost, I will write this as variable price. Even this one I'll write as a price per unit will tell, right? That it is here, selling price. Variable cost will be variable price into quantity. Okay. This will call it as variable cost. Okay. So what is next? Now what is the total cost formula? Total cost is equal to fixed cost
Plus
plus
variable cost.
plus variable cost. Now fixed cost, so if I have to write down the formula, so this will be FC is as it is, FC as it is,
And
plus
so your total cost is basically we're talking about the investment, not the extra.
not the business function revenue. It's only that fixed cost and material cost. It's still not gone into the business function. Income will be with revenues.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So fixed variable cost will be, have given the value here. So it is VQ, V into Q or VQ I will write. So FC is equal, total cost will be FC plus VQ. But now at break even point, you understood what is break even point, right? At break even point, the production is equal to, total cost will be equal to total income, right? Total cost is equal to total income. Whatever you're investing and whatever income will be same. There is no profit or there is no loss. Whatever you're putting, same thing is going out, is converted. Okay. So total cost formula is here. Okay. F. Can somebody tell me what is the formula? Plus EQ. Now what is the total income? Sales revenue into, that is the sales revenue, right? So it will be SQ. Small SQ. SQ. Okay. Now what will be, what is this Q? For us this Q is break even point. So point Q, that is quantity, we are going to find out to the break even point. I'll write down, be more precise. that would be equivalent to Q. I'm taking common. Okay. Let me make it more simplified for you here. So F is equal to, or F plus VQ minus SQ is equal to 0. Okay. So F plus Q V minus, so if it goes this side, this will become something I'm doing. Is the equation correct? F plus V2 into SQ. So I will keep F as it is. SQ minus VQ. So F is equal to Q outside S minus V. Now I want break-even point, that is Q. Q is equal to, what is Q equal to now?
F divided by S minus V.
F divided by S minus V. Is it clear, boys? So this is the formula for break-even point. Maybe it's time up. So we will continue in the next class. We'll start solving the problems. Have you understood till here? Boys, I want you to copy down this.
Yes,
This is
ma'am.
very important. I'll quickly take your attendance. Today is 20.
Ma'am, what does BEP stand for?
Break-even point.
Okay.
Okay. What is today's date for? 24th. Okay, 24th. Sai Sumant, quickly answer your attendance. Sai Sumant. Sai Sumant. Sai Sumant is there. Those are not answering. I'm marking you all absent. Abhishek GL.
Present, ma'am.
Abhishek Narayana. Adarsh Videsai. Ajay Sunil.
Yes, ma'am.
Akram. Akshay Jadhav.
Present, ma'am.
Alap.
Present,
Ankit.
ma'am.
Ankit.
Present, ma'am.
Ashitesh.
Present, ma'am.
Bihan. Bihan.
Present, ma'am.
Chinmay is there.
Present, ma'am.
Chandan Swarup. Chandan Swarup. Karishma. Darshan S.
Present, ma'am.
Ibad.
Present, ma'am.
Govind Raj.
Present, ma'am.
Buddha Jayant Reddy.
I'm 18 present.
Purushottam. Pratiksha.
Present, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Jayant Bansali.
Present, ma'am.
Jitin Kumar.
Yes, ma'am.
Chaitanya.
Present, ma'am.
Karamjit Singh. Kartikeya Avasti. Kiran R. Mastanullah. Mazin. N. Sharan. Narendra Sadanand. Nihal U. Shetty.
Yes, ma'am.
Nikhil? Nikhil? Nimla Vakmesh?
Yes, ma'am.
Nitin? Nitin? Prajwal? Prajwal? Prayag Vasudev?
Yes, ma'am.
Prabhakar? Prince Prabhakar? Princeton?
Yes, ma'am.
Akshit PM? Rishi? Sandeep P?
Present, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Sanjay
Rishi.
Gowda?
Yes, ma'am.
Rishi have given. Sandeep P have given. Sanjay
Sanjay
Gowda?
Gowda, ma'am. Sanjay Gowda, ma'am.
Sanjay N?
Yes, ma'am.
Satish Shankar? Satish Shankar? Saurabh?
Yes, ma'am.
Saurabh?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Shivam Sundrial?
Present, ma'am. Shivam Sundar.
Ma'am, Shivam
Shivam
Kumar, 52.
Shivam Kumar? Shivam
Yes,
Sundrial?
ma'am, present.
Shravan Saluja?
Present, ma'am. Shravan present.
Srinidhi? Srinidhi? Siddharth A?
Present, ma'am.
Siddharth Sanu? Sudeep KS? Sanu? Sudeep KS? Sunil Kumar G? Tarun is there. Vinay J?
Yes, ma'am.
Vinay J. Vipin Singh? Vipin Singh? Vivek S? Milan? Lal Mulpatti? Saksham Singh? Pranay Lal Mulpatti?
Present, ma'am.
Saksham Singh?
Yes, ma'am. Present.
Akshat BS? Chaitanya?
Present, ma'am. Akshat.
Yes, ma'am.
Akshat. Okay.
Yes.
Chaitanya?
Yes, ma'am.
Mahesh? Nishant? Ramesh, yes. Shashank, yes, is there. Smaran? Sautrik Roy is there.
Present, ma'am.
Zahir Hussain? Boys, kindly go through these formulas and come back for tomorrow's class, okay? I mean,
Ma'am, Chandan Swarup.
Ma'am,
Present.
Others
Chandan
decide.
Yes, ma'am.
okay.
Ma'am,
Boys,
others
I think
decide.
I will, you do one thing, you put your names in the chat section and leave. Others can leave, join the next class. Others post your names in the chat section if I'm not. Others in Desai have given you attendance.
Ma'am, Narendra.
Narendra. Narendra. Purushottam, what you are doing?
18, Govindraj, ma'am.
Govindraj. Okay. Purushottam,
13. Chandan Swarup.
33.
30 Chandan Swarup.
Yes, ma'am.
Chandan Swarup, Govindaraj is given then.
Narendra.
Present.
Narendra is also given then. Gudda Purushottam Reddy. What's your use then? Gudda Purushottam Reddy.
18, ma'am.
Okay, I've given.
Ma'am, Sanjay Gowda.
Govindraj, ma'am. 20.
Sanjay Gowda. Sanjay Gowda, I've given. Okay, huh? Gudda Purushottam I've given. Govindraj I've given.
Ma'am, Chandan.
Chandan I've given. Okay, then we'll wind up. Have a good day, okay? Be safe.
Thank you.
Same to you.
Hey, Nimla Vakmesh. Nimla Wagnesh.